But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit.
When we think about the kingdom, most brothers think of like the small, minute terms. No, but the vastness of the kingdom, the greatness of the kingdom, dealing with the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and the information alone that we're going to receive when we get to the kingdom. That's on a whole nother level.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. And what I want to get into today, is just prophecy watch, and pretty much how everyone is beginning to sound like the prophets. As we go through the scriptures, all right, there's a spirit of exposure in the earth. All right, there's a spirit of war, all right, and the MOTB, and these are the things that are most talked about in the earth, as everyone is now looking at Amalek, all right, as the villain of the earth, okay, the chief of these Edomites, okay, the wickedness of America, has been called out, okay, constantly, okay, the joke of a government, okay, that we see, and this third world's war. And at the end of the day, the only thing that's making sense, okay, is what's written in the scriptures, okay, and the Lord has given his spirit to particular men to make sense of these things. And now we're seeing everybody ride the wave, okay, of the prophets, man, okay, starting to sound like the prophets. You see, and it's all through the will of Yahweh Bashem Shai, through his power. We're vessels being used. This is not of ourselves, okay, but the Lord is showing his power, okay, through his men who he bestowed with the spirit to call these things out before they happen, man. And this just gives glory to the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai as we teach these things and prophesy about these things, and they come to pass exactly as the Lord said they would. This is Ezekiel 12:22. It says, "Son of man, you've heard that proverb," all right, and this is an NLT, Ezekiel 12:22. "Son of man, you've heard that proverb they quote in Israel, time passes and prophecies come to nothing." Okay, and that's the mindset, of the masses of people, as we, been prophesying, and Jake would do this in the ancient world. The Lord would send the prophets, and it didn't happen immediately. Okay, and what will happen? People's mindset, will be numb, to the warning. People will get numb to the warning and continue on business as usual, man. Okay, matter of fact, let's get that in Ecclesiastes, and we'll go back to that. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, and verse 11. It says, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil," man. Because as these things are being spoken of, okay, repetitive. One thing about Yahweh Bashem Shai is very repetitive, man. You read the scriptures, they're repetitive. Sometimes he says the exact same thing in different books. Sometimes he says the same thing in a different way, but the scriptures are very repetitive, man. Because the Lord, he gives ample warning before, he goes forth with judgment. Okay? And we're coming to the time, all right, where the Lord is going to cause that proverb to cease, that mindset, of prophecies, all right, failing, and as you read verse Ezekiel 12, okay, and 23 in the NLT, it says, "Tell the people, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will put an end to this proverb, and you will soon stop quoting it. Now give them this new proverb to replace the old one. The time has come for every prophecy to be fulfilled, man. You know, and we're in these times, man. These things are gradually settling into the earth, man. Okay? And prophecy is becoming undeniable, man. To where you see everyone is beginning to sound like the prophets on all platforms, man. Okay? The social media, TikTok, YouTube, okay? Facebook, whatever, Twitter. You see, different alternative news. A lot of people, you can tell they're watching and learning, man. You know, because these things are beginning to make more and more sense, because we're teaching the same message. Now it's catching hold as we see these things happen, as the Lord, you know, puts the spirit on his men to put these things together real time, to filter these things that's happening in the earth through prophecy, man. Okay, so let's go to my guy, all right, Uncle Paul, all right, and he's beginning to sound like the prophets, man. And when you listen to this, all right, I wonder who he's been listening to, man. Okay, when we hear this, okay, so I'm gonna let this play, and then we'll go back, you know, into some precepts, okay.
So I believe that China is going to invade our country and forget about Taiwan, because
now, you know, he's off on things. You know, a lot of times he goes in the Bible, you know, and he's completely off. You know, but like the scriptures say, a broken clock, you know, is right twice a day. You know, he has some pretty good news at times. You know, he's hit or miss. Okay, sometimes he has some good info. You know, he diligent. All right, he be on it. Okay, but you know, when he said what he's finna say, all right, disregard the, you know, China invasion of Taiwan. Okay, but what he's finna say after this, all right, there's no doubt, okay, that he's watching. You know, everyone's taking notes. You know, there are a lot of people mocking, but they're taking notes. Okay, and learning. You know, and trying to incorporate, you know, the teachings of the prophets into their platforms, mix it with their BS, you know, to elevate their platforms, man. But it's beautiful though. It just shows that, hey, we're in that great transition, man. Okay, we're in that great transition of power. All right, so let's let it play.
they know they have to take us out. The enemy of Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran is the United States. They know they have to take us out here. And folks, listen, we are unprotected. We are the country of unwalled villages. Unwalled villages, just like the Bible says. I believe that we're Mystery Babylon. I believe that we're going to fall in one day and 1 hour. Unwalled villages is the United States. They know they have to take us out here. And folks, listen, we are unprotected. We are the country of unwalled villages. Unwalled villages, just like the Bible says. I believe that we're Mystery Babylon. I believe that we're going to fall in one day and 1 hour.
Who he's been listening to, man. Who else talk like that? And these are talking points that our apostles and elders been talking about for decades. Okay? And now we see everybody beginning to ride that wave. You see? So first let's deal, with the things he said. And go into these things in prophecy, man. Which we know, all right, you go to Ezekiel 38, when it shows you, hey, this happened in real time. If you're thinking that this is not happening now, you're completely lost when it comes to prophecy, man. Okay? Now, also what's happening, when you go to Ezekiel 38, all right, you have, North Korea, pretty much, there are rumors that, thousands of North Korean troops, okay, are being trained, by Russia's military, okay, because the scriptures prophesy about Russia, doing an invasion, a major invasion with its allies, okay, against the state of Israel, okay? And what we're seeing is all those alliances coming together. You know, even you had the BRICS agreement, you know, the BRICS summit, you know, today, okay, which all those nations under their Russian umbrella, you know, which Russia, according to Ezekiel 38, is what? The chief prince, okay? The chief prince, all right, of those nations that's going to come against the West. Well, America and those in the state of Israel is going to be obliterated, all right? And America is going to be a permanent desert, and the state of Israel is going to be built up by the heathens, you know, when we come out those chariots, man, after the destruction. You see? So we're seeing Ezekiel 38 come together real time. And when you go to verse 9, let's just go to verse 9, Ezekiel 38 and 9. Thou shalt ascend and come up like a storm, and thou shalt like a cloud. All right, and thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Yeah, all those troops. Hey, Russia has so many volunteers, you know, for the military that they can't even take them all on. They can't train them, you know, at once. You know, that's how many volunteers Russia has for its military. Plus these allied nations that they're taking under their umbrella, you know, and they're getting extremely tight with Iran. And all these things are spoken of in Ezekiel 38. And Ezekiel 38 is jumping off the page, man. Okay, and Russia, you know, and it's not going to be a thing, you know what I'm saying, of this weekend. Okay, but steps are being made for Ezekiel 38 to play out. And right now we're in the phase of Russia, you know, pretty much arming those nations, gathering those nations, you know, mobilizing, you know, particular nations. You see, war drills, you know, Russia and Iran doing Navy drills in the Indian Ocean as we speak. Okay, so they're being prepared, okay, and preparing themselves, man. It says in Ezekiel 38 and 7. You see? And it says, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands, or all thy military, and many people with thee, those alliances. Okay? Thus said the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Okay? So the Lord is causing all these events to happen. You know, Benjamin Netanyahu, you know, pretty much being a madman in that region, which we need that. All right, he's doing a wonderful job as those small hats prime minister, man. He's making things fall right in line. Going back to how everything falls for everything is happening for our favor, man. Everything is falling in place perfectly for us, man, to win. Okay. So we're seeing, you know, the meats, you know, being stirred up. Okay. America is poking the bear, you know, through helping the small hats, you know, go against Iran, and also helping Ukraine go against Russia, man. So the common denominator in all these conflicts, these major conflicts and these fronts of war that are opening up, is these small hats in America, man. Okay, and both of them are going to be these lands of unwalled villages. Now, verse 11, when you read it, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go up to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates, man. And that's the same, okay, because this is speaking of the small hats, because this whole chapter is speaking about Russia gathering, all right, for an invasion, you know, to come west, okay, to deal with these small hats, man. Okay, and as we can see, you know, through those missile defense systems that they have, they're not adequate to deal, okay, with the onslaught, okay, of missiles from Iran, Russia, okay, just Iran and Russia alone. Then you had throw China in the mix. They're not built to deal with their onslaught, man. Okay, just as America, because they know when they really want to get at these small hats, they're gonna have to bust America up as well. Okay, so these small hats and America, because they share the same missile defense system. Okay, the Patriot and their THAAD. Okay, the THAAD, that thermal high altitude, okay, defense system, man. Okay, which America only has 8 of them, and they've sent 2 to the state of Israel. Okay, so they're sharing the same defense system. It's like they sharing the same wall. Okay, which is going to be inadequate, man. Okay. So this talk of unwalled villages, man, where is Paul getting it from? Okay. Mystery Babylon, America being destroyed in an hour. What is he getting those talking points from, man? Okay, let's go here. All right. This is Revelation 18:9. It says, "And the kings of the earth," all right, these other nations, "who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, because the herds of America, which is Mystery Babylon, the whore that ride the beast." You know, and these nations have enjoyed the perks, okay, of the consumer market of America, okay, of the dollar. You know, these nations have gotten rich off the dollar and consumerism, man, on these global markets. Okay, doing business with America, because as they've taken on American culture, okay, the new Rome, okay, they've taken on, all right, the image of the beast. You see, they've been able to participate, all right, in these world markets and become rich. Okay, because it's American banking systems that control these world markets, man. Okay, and this is why you see those nations pulling away, you know, from their old way of trade. You know, this whole BRICS thing, which, you know, the BRICS is nothing but a segue to the NWO currency, the digital dollar. Okay, digital currency. You see, but one thing that these nations agree on is they're tired of this old order where America, you know, dominates, man. Okay, and the bully. You see? And it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication, all right, and live deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Okay, in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Okay, so where is Paul getting these talking points from, man? You see, because it's not going to take long. These missiles are going to get here in under, you know, 30 minutes. Okay, and it's going to do damage quick and turn this place to a desert. The elements melt, you know, with fervent heat. Okay, now Paul is going to go on another rant. All right, pretty much cussing, all right, the whore out, man. Okay, let's go here. All right, and he.
Have you recently been laid off looking for new opportunities? Ocean Corporation.
Look how skinny this guy is. Folks, they want to get...
Yeah, he talking about them North Korea troops. Talking about they want to get out of North Korea. You know, talking about how skinny they are. Like they ain't eating. You know, that's why they so ready to go to Russia. You know, so they can eat. Paul crazy, man. In fact, I'm gonna let it play. He gonna talk into that point. Oh boy, y'all uncle crazy, man.
Out of North Korea. Skinny. they are lining up by the tens of thousands to volunteer to go fight.
And this is the Lord gathering the mighty men. Okay? They're piling up and signing themselves up for war. Okay? And North Korea is part of the kings of the East. That's going to come across the Euphrates, man, in this great invasion, all right, of them small hats, man, and those Western powers. Okay? Them small hats in America finna get this work in this war, man. You know, and like we always gotta mention how Shai's coming, all right, to clear the board. Okay? But Paul, he gonna talking to the point, you know. But
look at these guys, they're skinny. They don't hardly weigh anything. I mean, look how skinny this guy is. Look how skinny this guy is. Folks, they want to get out of North Korea. And this is another picture of the soldiers that are said to be volunteering to go fight in Ukraine. Tens of thousands of North Korean men and women. And here is Kim Jong-un. He is surrounded by another bunch of North Korean soldiers. So, folks, this is happening. This is happening right now, that you're seeing North Korea now aligning with Russia. We don't know how many of these soldiers will be deployed in Ukraine or maybe somewhere else. And if you really want to know the truth, China has also sent soldiers to Ukraine, folks. We reported on this over a year ago. But
let me get this real quick, you know, since he's speaking on that. All right, this is Joel 3 and 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," these actual heathens. Okay, as we see Moab, all right, North Korea and China. Okay, they fall under that. All right, and there's a spirit in the earth, you know, that's causing these things to happen, man. Everyone is marching to the tune of prophecy, man. And this is wonderful for us, man. You know, you brothers and sisters listening, this is wonderful for us, man. Everything is falling in place for that victory, man. Okay, it said, "Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up," man. So the mighty man is aroused in the earth, man. Of these heathen nations, man. Okay, and all these heathens are war ready, man. Okay, and the Lord has them, you know, putting themselves in array, okay, against the whore. Okay, and these small hats is gonna get stomped out in the midst of it, man. Okay.
Oh, but that news has been kept under the rug. They don't want to let that information out. But it is widely known that there are Chinese military advisors and officers now operating in Ukraine behind the scenes. So everything is playing out. Everything is expanding. I do believe that the United States will be invaded by China, attacked by Russia with their nuclear weapons, and taken over. We are not safe here in our own country because America, the United States of America, the last 50 years has sown death and destruction around the world. We have killed millions of people in the last 50 years. Millions. We killed over 1 million people in Iraq. Desert Storm 1 and 2. We went to Iraq because of weapons of mass destruction, but there were no weapons of mass destruction that were found, folks. It was a lie. The war in Iraq was a lie. We went over there to steal their oil. But if you read the numbers, if you Google the death toll, in 10 years, over 1 million people died in both of those wars. In the aftermath of those wars, over 500,000 men, women, and children, civilians, were killed in Iraq. We went in and we obliterated Libya. We massacred their leader. We bombed the hell out of their country. And now Libya is plunged into a civil war for the last 10 years. We did the same thing in Syria. We've done this all around the world, folks. What you sow, you will reap. America has sown death and destruction the last 50 years.
What you will sow, you will reap. Okay? Everything is rooted back in the scriptures, man. Okay? So he's calling out, you know, the scriptures say inquisition will be made of the wicked, man. You know, and this devil is on trial. You know, you have the two witnesses, you know, the northern and southern kingdom, the brothers prophesying. And on there's Elder Yashawama, you know, he speaks, you know, in the spirit, you know, as a man when he says it. But you even have, you know, like a third witness, okay, with these truth platforms, you know, these truthers and their platforms calling this devil out, man. You know, we know some, you know, control opposition. Okay, but the fact of the matter, you know, they're being allowed, you know, to speak freely on things and truth is coming out. Okay, and you have some that's authentic, you know. I believe Paul is authentic, you know, and a few others. All right, but either way, you see, this devil, you know, is being called out. There's an inquisition being made. This devil is on trial. You know, and his crimes are constantly being brought up throughout the airways, man. Okay, Job 4:8 says, even as I have seen, they that apply iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Okay, and there's all these devils have done in their rulership, man. Even going beyond, you know, these last 50 years. You know, 50 years, America just has been, you know, atrocious. Okay, one of my new favorite words. Okay, America has just been atrocious when it comes to, you know, war crimes in the earth, man. Okay, exceedingly wicked. Okay, and this is what we're seeing. All right, getting ready to come back. Okay, so these devils have plowed nothing but iniquity and sown wickedness, and now it's their time to reap. Okay, let's go here to Jeremiah. All right, 50 and I want to say is it 15? Yep, I started 14, and this is what happening, man. The Lord has these nations booting up. Okay, against Babylon. Everyone is being prepared to fight the whore. Okay, and these small hats are going to get obliterated in the process of that, man. Okay, Jeremiah 50 and 14 said, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah. And that's speaking of those missiles. Okay, and these nations are not going to spare any arrows, okay, when it comes to getting at these small hats, man, and America. Okay, and America is going to get the worst of it, you know, because this is prophecy against Babylon. Okay, America is going to get the worst judgment in this third world war, because all these nations, okay, are gathering, all right, to go against the whore, man. You see, they're not going to spare any arrows, man. Every nuclear warhead, all right, that was created will be put on a projectile and launched at America, man. Okay, all these nuclear warheads that these nations got, okay, will be launched against America, man. The Lord is going to see it so, because it's written. It says, shout against her round about. She have given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, showing you that America is going to be unwalled as well. The fences as well, her walls are thrown down. Okay, showing you that America is an unwalled village as well. Okay, as we spoke on. It said, for it is the vengeance of the Lord, take vengeance upon her. If she have done, do unto her. Okay, and Paul is going on a rant about these American war crimes. I think he's going to say a little more.
Years. Why? Why? Can you answer this simple question? Was Saddam Hussein a threat to the United States? Was Saddam Hussein of Iraq a threat to the United States? Did he have a navy that could reach America? Did Saddam Hussein have a submarine force that could reach America? Did Saddam Hussein have an air force and a bomber fleet that could bomb America? No, he did not. Did Libya have a submarine force? Did Libya have an air force that could bomb America? No, they did not, but we destroyed them anyway. Did Bashar al-Assad of Syria? Did he have a navy and an air force that could reach America and attack us? No, he was no threat. All of these countries that we destroyed were no threat to the United States, but we destroyed them anyway. We overthrew the legitimate government in Ukraine in 2014. Victoria Nuland bragged about it. That was under Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Joe Biden. Victoria Nuland orchestrated the overthrow of the legitimate government in Ukraine. We overthrew their government and put in a puppet government. That is what started this war right now in Ukraine. So, folks, what you sow, you will reap.
Calling it out. All right, going in on the whore, man. And that's the spirit, that's in the earth. Okay, now I got this real quick, and it just speaks to the pride of these small hats. Okay, in their current situation. And the Lord got these devils, proud. All right, right before the overthrow. He wants them in the peak of their pride. Okay, they're very hubris right now. We'll get their word. But let's let this play. This is Colonel, Douglas McGregor. Okay, and this is his take on the mindset of those small hats. Okay, as they're on their, their death campaign over there in their region, man. Okay.
Which I suspect he will probably do. The Israelis are riding high in the saddle. And by that I mean the arrogance and the self-confidence that arrogance sometimes breeds is out of control. If you watch Israeli television, when the people are discussing in panel settings what's happening, there is no sense of the casualties that have been taken already in Gaza or in South Lebanon. There's no sense that Israel could lose. None whatsoever. Their news is as carefully
So these devils, in their mind, there's no way they can lose. Okay, and it's all these Edomites, the elites. Okay, which they're behind all the madness. Okay, and the conflicts that we see, but in their mind, there's no way that they could lose. Okay, you go to this word hubris. The Lord has them very hubris, which goes into what? Excessive pride or self-confidence. Okay, excessive pride or self-confidence. Okay, self-importance, self-conceit, haughtiness. Okay, big-headedness, pride. Pump. All right, and the Lord speaks about all these things, man. Okay, as we know, their pride, okay, goes before a great fall. Their haughtiness, man. Okay, and that's why, as you go here, okay, the Lord, all right, has, the world looking down on these devils, man. These small hats, the West. Okay, Jeremiah 49:15 says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men." Because there was a time when these heathens, were terrified, of America, the West. Okay, these small hats, they were just able to have free range. Okay. But now you see the Lord, has put a mighty man spirit on these heathens to go all out, man. To go head up. Okay. You see, the Esau's, pump, okay, and his self-image has become small among the heathen. And you go into the word small, all right, which is Quarton, okay, was young, small, insignificant, unimportant, okay. And you go to the very next verse, it says, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O that dwellest in the clefts of the rock and holdest the height of the hill. Yeah, so America, has been able to have his way. Okay, these Edomites in general have been able to have their way in the earth, man, especially through America, man. Okay, and the small hats, they've been able to have their way in that region in what they call the Middle East. So since they've been allowed to dominate, they're deceived. Okay, as if they're unbeatable, man. Okay, and that's what the Lord wants them at, man. Before this great fall, it says, that holdeth the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. And these devils pride themselves in their air superiority when it comes to military. Okay, they're satellites, they have weapons, in the Shemayim or the heavens. Okay, these devils have militarized, the heavens, man. But the Yahweh Shai is going to bring all that down. Okay, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at the plagues thereof. Yeah, that 1 hour, such great destruction, man. All that pride and pomp, okay, is going to be obliterated in 1 hour. Okay, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall son of man dwell in it, man. And that's the complete, okay, destruction of America, man. Okay, and like I said, them small hats gonna get stomped out in their process, man. Okay, but America is going to get the Sodom and Gomorrah treatment from on high. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to just go into those things, man. As you can see, everything is aligning with the prophecies, man. Everything is working in our favor. Everyone sounding like the prophets and riding the waves of the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. But that shows you, that prophecy is settling into the earth, man. Okay? The Lord will you, brothers. All right, and you sisters edified. Till the next time I say shalom.